Hi, welcome to Burning Waters of the Moon Tarot. My name is Desiree. This is a tarot reading for the energy of Aries. For that, I'm using Tarot Nuages by Neidman. This is Tarot the Abyss by Anatorian, and this is an oracle deck by Angelina Mirabito. And we're going to draw an oracle card at the end of the reading to see if there's some extra energy, some extra guidance that can be imparted. So I'm going to start off the reading by doing a little bit of cleansing here and a slight prayer over the cards. A slight prayer. What is a slight prayer? A light prayer is probably what I meant. Thank you for allowing me that time. All right, so this reading is for the energy of Aries. And what I mean by the energy of Aries is that we all have all 12 zodiac signs in our charts. So we all carry the energy of all 12 zodiac signs. Whether or not we have a planet in that sign, we do have a house. So we have Aries. We all have Aries in our charts. Additionally, we can use the energy of Aries or any of the other zodiac signs, and we can take on those characteristics to help us through a problem or a situation, to help us think, ponder the problem, ponder the situation, and try to come up with solutions, and maybe in a way that we might not do using the signs that we do identify with. So we can call upon those energies anytime we'd like and use them in any kind of way we'd like. It just takes a little bit of practice, and it takes a little bit of meditation as well. All right, Aries, energy of Aries. Let's see what we have for you. Oh, I didn't mention that this is a shadow reading, so this may not resonate with you now. But perhaps if you watch through to the end, there might be a nugget of inspiration, or maybe even a nudge in a way to better understand yourself, or a nudge to work on your shadow. So here we go. So the first card is Major Arcana, the World. So right off the bat, we've got this wonderful card here. This is like the ending in a way. Of course, with every ending starts a new beginning, so it's not really an end, but it's sort of the accumulation of everything that you have, and you're taking that into this new world. And so now you're ready to begin anew with all of this newfound knowledge, this experience that you have. All right, so now we have the 8 of Swords in reverse, air energy, and then the 10 of Wands in reverse. Very interesting here. Okay, so let's take a look at your spread. So here we have, here's the World, and then here are your 2 reversals. Did I say 8 of Swords? I think I did. 8 of Swords and 10 of Wands. So we've got air and fire here. And so what I'm seeing here is that you are finally in this new place. However, you're feeling a little bit overworked. You are feeling, and you might have some demons to work with here. We've got the 8 of Swords, which I kind of call the mental monster card. You're kind of in this situation where you're surrounded by all these swords, and you're blindfolded, and you're not really sure what's going on. However, the situation is not as bad as it really is. You've made it worse in your mind than how it is. So perhaps this world that you're in, this new world that you found, this wonderful place, is not quite your idea of paradise. This is maybe not really where you want to be. So let's draw some cards here to get a fuller picture of what is going on here. Right, energy of Aries, fire energy at that. So it's very interesting to have these two cards here. And you know, the swords and the wands are, especially the higher numbers, aren't very kind in nature. And with them being in reverse, it's like they're suspended. So I kind of feel like there might be a sense of fantasy going on. You're not, maybe you think you're in this new world, but you're not quite there yet. There's still work to be done. You think you're done, but you're not quite done. All right, let's see what we have for the world. Aries energy. We've got Temperance, Major Arcana, Awakening, Major Arcana, and the Lovers. Very interesting here. So all of this is Major Arcana here. And this is a big message for you. Very big message for you. So we've got Temperance 14, Awakening, which is Judgment number 20. And then we've got the Lovers number 6. These are all feminine numbers. They are even numbers. And the world is 21, which breaks down to 3, which is creation. So, so lots of femininity in this reading here for you, Aries. And what I'm seeing here is that you're in a situation, you have a connection, okay? You have a connection, and I'm thinking that this is not quite the connection that you think it is or that you thought it was, okay? So there is the Temperance here is begging you to bring it into an alignment. And the Awakening here is calling you to take stock in what this is. Is it in line with your morals? Is it in line with the goals? Are you doing things to get to the place where you want to be? Is this relationship where you want to be? Is it taking you where you want to go? And so I'm kind of have the feeling here that it's not. There's some imbalance here. The Temperance is calling you to bring it back into balance. And this Awakening, like I said, is taking stock to look at this relationship to see if it what it needs to, if it is what you really want. And then we've got this Lovers card here. And this is about a deep connection. And usually it's about the masculine and the feminine coming together. Not necessarily male and female, but two complements coming together to unite as one and become one. Check out the artwork on this card. So you see how the roots are all entangled at the bottom. And then they're growing together as they come out of the ground, and then they split apart, but then they come back together again and they're further entwined. So I kind of feel here like this relationship is at a point where you're needing to reevaluate things. You're needing to look to see if this is really what you want, okay? So now we're going to draw 3 more cards for the 8 of Swords. Let's see. Let's see what the 8 of Swords has for you. All right, Aries energy. So we've got the 3 of Cups, water energy. Then we've got the Ace of Swords, air. And then we've got the King of Swords, air of air. Okay, so very interesting that we have the Ace of Swords and the King of Swords. The Ace of Swords is in reverse. So let me draw on this 10 of Wands really quick here. Actually, I'm asked not to shuffle this. So we've got the World. Wow, we have the World up here. Then we've got the Moon in reverse. And then we've got the 10 of Wands again in reverse. Okay. So this world is not, this ideal situation is not, this situation is not your ideal situation. Okay, you are really putting a lot more into this than what is coming out. And I think you're aware of it on a subconscious level. There's just something that's eating at you in a way that is trying to tell you that this is not really what you want. And so you are being asked here to understand it on a level of purely cerebral. Okay, don't look at it in I don't think it's not to be looked at in a way where this is a relationship and a relationship is what it is, and you wanted this type of relationship so long, you've been working at it. You don't want to look at it in a way that it is something that has been given to you and you've got to keep it. You really need to look at it and understand it at its base level, and then you've got to make the decision to decide if this relationship, this world that you have created, this world that you don't really feel is completely yours, you've got to look at it in a way and see if it's really what you want. If this world, this situation, this connection is that what calls your heart. Okay. But the tricky part is what is calling your heart has to be evaluated just by the mental here. While it seems that you're giving part of yourself to this relationship and you're maybe sacrificing things for this relationship, I don't think it's your ideal situation to be in. And I think you put a little bit more, you put a lot more into this relationship than what is coming out. And with the moon in reverse, I do feel like there is a bit of deception, a bit of illusion going on your part. And I just see that it's going to continue to be this situation where you're putting more in than the other energy, and you're putting more in than what's coming out. And it's not your ideal right now. And then for some reason, you just don't really want to see that. You don't really want to see that is your ideal. And I feel that because you've put so much time, energy, and effort into the situation, that you just don't want to throw it all away. And I'm not saying you should, because with the Lover's card, that means there's a definite deep connection here. What needs to be explored here, and this is the shadow work, Aries. The shadow work is that you need to dive deep inside, and you need to understand what part of you made you become this people pleaser. What part of your life in your past, what in your past has created you to be this person where you have to give up your dreams and what you think is ideal for someone else's, okay? And I think when you understand that, you'll be able to take note whenever you are putting yourself in that situation again, when you're acting on those impulses to just give up and say, okay, happy, that saying, happy wife, happy life. It could be vice versa too, not wanting to make waves for the masculine part of the relationship, okay? Just because you just don't want to create waves. And you, on a deeper level, just feel like your needs, your wants are less important. And I usually find that happens with these older siblings, the siblings that are made to take care of the younger siblings, where their needs and wants are put to the side, and they need to take care of the younger siblings because, they're younger, they need more help, and so you don't get the care and need the care and the care and the love that you need, because you're either busy giving it to others, or or the adult in the family is busy messing with the youngers, and they just kind of feel like, okay, such and such is older, they can do whatever, and they can take care of themselves, where that's not necessarily the way is, okay? Yes, you're a little bit older, but you do need the TLC. The older person does need the TLC. And the recognition and, you know, the pat on the back and a day off, you know, all that kind of thing, all that kinds of things. And so from our childhood, we learn that our needs and our wants can be put on the back burner, and they are not, they're not important. And so that's where you find yourself in a situation like this, where you have this situation where it seems harmonious on the inside, however, harmonious on the outside. However, you are being begged to bring more balance, bring more of an equilibrium into this. You're being begged to take stock in everything that's happening, and understanding and deciding whether if this is really what you want. And yes, so I think what is happening here is you might be deceiving yourself with this moon in reverse. You might be creating an illusion for yourself that this is the world that you want. But we've got the 10 of Wands reverse here, 10 of Wands reverse here as well. And, you know, that's sandwiched between this world and this moon in reverse. It's like it's taking a toll on you. Deep down inside, you know you're not supposed to be locked up in this cage. And I say that in quotation marks because it's not really a cage. But I do want you to know that your needs and wants are important, and you should make that known to your better half, okay? And it's not going to serve you or anyone else for you to lock it up. You might think that you can lock it up and throw the key away, never to be seen again. But believe me, the shadow has ways of just sneaking out, you know, just like smoke. It just finds its way through any little pore, and it will come out. So with that being said, I'm going to draw an oracle card from the Lantern Oracle. And this deck is made for the shadow, and it has 3 parts. It has the Maiden, the Mother, and the Guardian. And then the crone. I'm sorry, it has 4 parts. And and there are 4 different phases of energies, okay? 4 different phases that things go through, that life has gone through. And each one of these cards is put in one of those phases. So let's see what card you get here. All right, for the energy of Aries. So we have inner integration. All right, there is peace, equilibrium, and fulfillment in integrating the interwild with the taming and tempering effect life has on us. That is cool because I have temperance, you have temperance here, and I was talking how you need to bring things back into equilibrium. So let's see what this card has to say. So number 40, I think this is crone energy. Yes. All right. Throughout our lives, we go through many phases and versions of ourselves. We explore different roles, terrains, experiences, and company. At each stage of human development, we are mostly physiologically and psychologically attuned to the archetypal consciousness of either maiden, mother, guardian, or crone. Broadly speaking, each archetypal energy is a life stage or a cognitive window that shapes and contains the ways we are capable of perceiving, processing, and engaging with life throughout each phase. Drawing this card is the Crone's Blessing. It represents that you are ready to advance further in your self-integration. This may be a time for gaining much peace and appreciation from reviewing each stage of your life up until this point. During this period of self-reflection, journal the significant events, people, and preoccupations that stand out for you. Notice how they have influenced different versions of yourself. The featured crone offers to hold you in her serene consciousness while you imagine your spirit self as the light and your lifespan as a kaleidoscope. It does not matter which way you turn the knob, which colors arise, or how the patterns emerge and dissipate. It is always the spirit self that shines its brilliant light through. Let's see. This is a long passage. The crone's message: integrate what you love and what continues to resonate from previous versions of yourself. Live the harmony of your wild through your tame. Okay, so what might have happened here, I feel like we've had a similar reading for somebody and we drew the same card. What might have happened here with this world is that at one point you may have been this wild and crazy stallion just running around in the meadows and just doing whatever you wanted, and then you met your significant other and that person sort of tamed you a little bit. While you still have this wild person inside of you, you tamed yourself enough to kind of settle down. However, while taming ourselves, sometimes we forget who we really are, and then that person, it's kind of it's a disservice to ourselves when we forget our essence. And so allow yourself to have that inner wildness and maybe bring it out a little bit. Now, I'm not saying that you need to go slip back into old habits like staying out till, sunrise or whatever, but go on a spontaneous trip for 3 days, do things that are well within the constraints of your current life, but put a little bit more spontaneity in it. And perhaps maybe you won't feel so caged in somebody else's world, okay? Try to find the compromise, all right? Try to find how this connection, this is a good connection. Don't get me wrong. It's a good connection. However, I think you need to just pour a little bit more of yourself into this connection and compromise and see how this can be both of you guys' world, and so you both can be happy. All right, Aries, that's what I have for you. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I appreciate you, appreciate your time, and I will see you next reading. Take care.